Okay, Adi.
Okay. I just have to say, I understand that it will be recorded, and okay, we will do a short mindful lesson, and then we will present the PowerPoint with the injuries, with the sport injuries and prevention. Actually, we are physios and we go more to treatment, but prevention is better than treatment. And you speak with whatever people on the street, and if they start sport, then they also get into injury, and it's good to prevent. We have to stand up to be in standing, and
can you see Adi okay? Because we see only half of
it's okay.
it.
It's
Okay.
enough.
Okay.
And we will do feet are spread apart, like shoulder apart. The feet are shoulder apart, and okay, it's okay. And we will do two tests. The first test, we have to leave the arms near the body and close our eyes. And the first question is, after we close the eyes, it's about weight bearing and weight shifting. It's about how much pressure you have on foot. If you have more pressure on your right foot, or if you have more pressure on your left foot. This is the question, and you just have to feel it. If you put more weight on the right or on the left foot. This is my question for you, and I'm waiting for the first answer. Are there people who are more weight on the right? Then they should say, yes, I have more weight on the right. But now I'm waiting for an answer. Or, or if there are people who have more weight, more pressure on the left foot, and they should say, I'm more on the left.
Left or right?
Or if the weight is the same,
is on the right.
If the weight is the same,
Left.
If the weight is the same, then you are just well balanced, and this is a good thing. But and hopefully in the end it will not be worse. But if there are people on the left, and say I am on the left,
Right. They told you.
Okay. Now it's another question. If you have more weight on the forefoot, or if you have more weight on the back foot, you will feel that also. Like if you are more on the toes, or if you are more on the heels. This is about awareness, about mindfulness. And you have to tell me, we are more on the forefoot, or more on the back.
More on the back, on the heels.
Okay.
Okay, and somebody was on the toes, okay? And now the last two questions, if we are more on the outside of the foot, or more inside of the foot.
Outside or inside?
Yeah, the foot is more outside of the foot, or more inside of the foot. Or like how you feel the pressure, this is the question.
Inside of the foot.
Is there somebody who is more on outside?
I'm more on the outside.
Okay, yeah, now I will describe myself, that you understand what's about, and you remember this feeling. I have more pressure on the left foot. This is sometimes common because we are right-handed and we use the left foot more for weight bearing, and I'm more on the left, but more on the heel and more on the outside of the heel. This is me, like I'm feeling myself. But each of you can have the feeling about it, okay? And now this was one test. Now we do another test, but after this test, we have to not to change position. This test has to do with changing position. After this test, we won't move anymore, okay? This is very important. From the foot, we don't go another place. And the test is like this. We have to turn around and see and take a point, a viewing point, like a marker. But then you don't go away from that place. And you see, I can turn around until I can see the candles, or until I can see the clock, or you make a point like a marker with your eyes. But it's not stretching. It's very important. It's not stretching what you do.
Only once.
It's just assessing. You go there and look, and then go on the other side and look. Okay? And you take a point.
On the wall.
On the wall, yeah.
Okay, got it.
You have it. And now the next question is, have you a side who is going better than the other side? If you look at me, you see at my shoulder, this is one side. This at the right is going not so well. You see it's going like my shoulder is here. But if I go on the other side, I can do more. I can feel about me, I can go more on one side than the other side. But the magical word is we have to move slow. It's not fast. It's not fast. It's only to see how it goes, but slow.
Okay,
They have to feel.
but only one side.
You have it? You have one side who is better than the other?
Yes.
Okay. And now, actually, we had to go on the side who is not so good. Worse. I put my hand on my shoulder, and my side who is not going well was the right side, the turning. And what we will do now, it will start to move, but with mindfulness. The head has to stay still. This is very important. The head is not allowed to move. We just move the shoulder girdle. We move like this 5 times, but each time slow, very mindful, and you can look and feel how the ribs feel when you do this, where it's holding, how it is if you, but Tina, head has to stay still in front. Head is not allowed to move, Tina.
Yeah,
Okay, at all. Better you move not so much, but head stays still. This is very important. 5 times. Better the head stays still and you just move the shoulder. 5 times. And you feel the ribs, and once you put the air out and see if it goes better, exhale and see if it goes better.
While you exhale.
While you exhale, if it turns better. This is a question which I wait for an answer, okay?
But you told them not to move.
Not to move, okay, not to lose the point. Okay. You can leave your mic on. I think you can leave it on, hopefully. Yes, you can leave it on and then you can say yes or no. I hope it don't make, okay. And now we will do another thing. The thing is, we will, another movement. We will move the shoulder and also the head, but eyes will stay still. Eyes will stay on one point, okay? Somewhere in front, but eyes don't move. They look in front of you. And you move head, and also shoulder, but eyes stay focused. Also a little bit of head movement, but eyes stay still there. 5 times. Also shoulder, also head, eyes stays there. Good. And now the last thing, the last 2 things on this side, we will do head on the left, head goes on the left. This is 0 position. Head goes on the left, shoulder goes on the right, the same movement, but they have to move together, like in different ways. Head goes left, shoulder goes right. 1, slow, feel where we have the pressure. 2, no, don't look down. The eyes are always in front. 3, 4, 5. And now the last one, the last 2 ones, we move also head, also eyes, also shoulder in the right side. 1, 5 times. 2, feel the ribs, exhale, see if it goes more with it, not so fast, Tina, see if it goes more with exhaling.
You turn while you exhale.
You turn while you exhale. 4, 5. The last one, we put the arm a little bit down, the right arm down, because it's my right side where I couldn't turn. If you did the other side, then you put the other arm down, but we put the arm down, and then the shoulder goes, and then the shoulder goes in that direction, in the right direction. And we go 5 times. 1,
Slowly.
2,
A long
3,
movement and a long exhale.
4.
When you do the
5.
movement, you exhale. Long.
Okay, it's enough. It is enough. Now we do the test again on the side and on the other side.
The test.
The test. We do the test with the points what we had. And the question is if something improved on the side we were working on. This is the question.
It did.
Yes.
If it improved, if it get better.
Yes.
Very much.
Okay, this is very nice, and it had to be for us like enthusiasm, like, oh, this was an interesting thing, you know. If it goes like this, then it also gets stuck better in the brain, you know, if you are good impressed about this. Okay, now we do the other side. It's the same. We put the other arm on the other shoulder, and we go, head stay still, head don't move. Only shoulder girder. 5 times.
Slowly.
Slowly, but we have to
Exhale.
see if you exhale, if it's a part of the movement and if it helps the exhalation.
Exhalation.
The exhaling part. 5 times. Okay, now it goes with head and eyes stay still. Also head moved a little bit, but you can leave the eyes on the monitor.
Eyes on the monitor, but
Eyes on the monitor, head also moves
a bit.
a little bit, but eyes stays there still. The third time we can hold, head moves also, the Greek people, head moves also a little bit, head moves also a little bit. Okay. Another one, okay, but eyes stay there. And now head goes on the right side, shoulder on the left side. It's not about stretching. It is not about stretching. It's about feeling the movement. And they get together, like coming to neutral position, and then head moves right and shoulder moves left. And then come back. And again, head moves right and shoulder goes back. And the last one with exhalation. Okay, now we will do like this. We will do again the right arm down. We do different. We do right arm down, but now we turn.
And look
We
up.
will turn and look up on the left side 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Also exhalation, okay? 5. And now the last one, 5 times, also head, also eyes, everything goes that direction, 5 times with hand. Hand can help us, but not stretch, only feeling the movement. We can now, if you want to also pay attention on foot, what happened with foot, what happened with the border of the foot when you do like this, what happened with the weight if you go from one foot to the other. What happened with the weight shift if you do like this? What's happening with the borders of the foot? And the last one. Okay, and now we will do the test again. We will go right and we will go left. And I have a question for you, if it's better than before.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
A lot of better, like 50, like or it was only
A lot.
If it's a lot, this is good. This is good thing, because it's interesting, because only through awareness we can go in places and we can gain mobility. This is very good. And now we lose a little bit of it, and we will stay shoulder apart. And we will do the first test. We will close the eyes And my question for you is, if you were more on the right or more on the left, if we are no more center, this is my question. If it's better now, if we are more in the center.
Yes.
If yes, you say yes. If no, no change, then
Yes, better.
if it's no change, then I have to be there and correct, because I couldn't see the Greek people, I couldn't see what they do. And now the other question is, if there was more weight on the forefoot, is it now more balanced, more widespread on the foot? If yes, then you say yes.
Yes.
If no, if it was more on the heels, perhaps it goes more in the front now. If yes, say yes.
Yes.
No, yes. Okay. This was the session. This was the session. And now I have another question. If you are mindful about your sitting now, what are you feeling about your spine now? How is the spine feeling? Like your core?
You feel it stiff, you feel it relaxed.
No. You just think about it and say a word about your spine, about your sitting position.
I feel
What you
better
feel?
here in the upper part of my spine, not the lower, but upper.
Okay. It was a lot about upper movement. We did a lot of rotation there.
More or less the same.
Okay. When we meet, then we will do also live, and then it will be different. Okay. It's not. It has not to be for everybody. Okay. I give you some example. Some people say we are sitting more straight now than before. Some people say we are now taller. I feel I'm taller than before. Some people say it's lighter. It was short of the things, but I can explain what we did. We have in the column some muscles. They are very deep, and they are not in control. We cannot control them with the mind. They are automatic. Okay, they work like posture. It goes automatic. We can go also voluntary into it, but this muscle you cannot make voluntary. They go by themselves. You cannot contract the muscle voluntary. I'm sure. Correct. She's not liking my English, but I like my English. But if you do this turning, this muscle, they come from the vertebra and they do turning and extension of the spine. That's what they do. And because we turn, we wake them up, and because we wake them up, then the spine is more centered. And if the spine is more centered, then the weight is more not on the foot or on the other, because it's more centered. And also through this going around, we had, this is the last one. And then if we are on the foot, and if you go like this, then the weight goes on the right side usually, but we can do also this, and the weight is on the left. You see, let me be honest. We can do also like this, and the weight is on the left, and we do like this, and the weight is also on the left. We can do this, but actually, if you turn like this, the weight shifts to the left. If you turn like this, the weight shifts to the right.
That's the normal.
And we did a lot of weight shifting today. This is what we did. This is also important, because that's why we stay
spine rotation. We did
and
a lot
with weight shifting. Yes, and what we did also, if you do like this, always the foot on the right goes on the outside, and the foot on the left goes on the inside. And if you go on the other side, then it happens different way. And always we did this 5 times. We did this a lot as experience, and then the healthy brain, they fixed it together. You understand? They said, we have to, you can go right, you can go left, we will choose the good position. And now I will close. Actually, you stay straight when you can go in all directions. If you can go in all directions, then the brain will choose straight. If you cannot go in one direction, then you will stay on one side, and you are missing the other side. And what we did today, I was showing the brain that it can happen in all directions. And what we did with spine, usually when we move, head and eyes go together always. Eyes are the boss. If something happens, eyes goes and head come with them. We did today different, like head goes one direction, eyes go the other. We show the brain he can do whatever he wants. And also we show the head, when you go right, you go head and trunk the same direction. But if we show today that we can move the trunk without head, or we can move the spine, the lower spine without the head, or you understand, we move the spine from head, from thoracal and from lumbar. That's what we did. And we did today only rotation. When we did this, it was side bending with rotation. It was a little bit more complex. We could do also without. This was the mindfulness and what we did. And now the presentation.
Okay, can I just pause a little?
Yes.
The Zoom will switch off. So can
Yes.
you just leave the meeting and come back again
Good.
to the same link? Okay, thank you.